Hello guys, welcome to another Python tutorial here at EdNight. In case you've not liked and subscribed to our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so as to get more of our updates. So today we are going to be taking a brief look into operators. We are going to see what operators are, what they are used for, not just in Python but in programming in general. So let's define what operator is before we continue. So operators are symbols that we use to run operation upon value and variables. So operators are like symbols that actually perform tasks, a specific task or a specific function. For example, we have the addition operator, which is actually represented by the plus symbol. So now this operator is actually used to sum up the value or sum up numbers. So that is the function of the addition operator. So I see operators are just symbols that can actually perform specific tasks. So Python has actually expanded the word of operators to not only be limited to symbols, but now even words too. But like for now, let's just go with this explanation that operators are symbols that are used for running specific operations. So based on the use of operators, they are divided into 5. Operators are divided into 5 based on their use cases or what they are used for or the tasks that they perform. So these are assignment operator, arithmetic operator, comparison operator, logical operator and bitwise operator. Now these 5 operators are the measure operators we have in Python, not just Python but in programming in general. So we are going to take a look into each of them, explain them and give practical example or practical representation of each of this type of operator. So first up, let's talk about the arithmetic operator. So now the arithmetic operator, the assignment operator. Let's look at the assignment operator first. The assignment operator is a very popular operator. We have used it many times in our previous class. We used the assignment operator to assign value to a variable. The assignment operator is mainly used for assigning value to a variable. So the assignment operator can also be used to assign the value of another variable to a variable. I don't know how to explain this, but we can use the assignment operator to assign a variable to another variable, something like that. So we are going to see a practical representation. We are going to understand better with the practical representation of it. So for now, let me just clean everything here. So now let's make a variable. Maybe this variable will be equals to num1. So now to complete, we have made this variable name. To complete this variable, we need the assignment operator, which is this equal to. This is used to assign a value to a variable, meaning I want to give this variable name a value. I use the assignment operator to assign value to any entity, not just variables. So maybe the value of num1 will be equals to 12. So now I can make another, I can print this. Definitely if I should print num1, what I'm actually printing now is 12, because whenever I call num1, I'm calling 12. At least we should understand this far from our variable class, our variable lecture. In case you don't have any knowledge of variable, like you don't know what variables are, you can check our previous video and learn what variable is. So now let's I mentioned another thing, that the assignment operator can actually be used to assign the value of a variable to another variable. So I can make another variable num2. So now I can set the value of num2 to num1. So now whenever I call num2, I'm directly calling num1 because of the presence of the assignment operator there. So let me print num2. So we can see the output is still 12 because we are still referring to the value of num1. So you see the use cases for the assignment operator. It is more just used to assign a value. No matter what it is, it's just used to assign a value to a particular variable. So the next one we'll be looking at is the arithmetic operator. So now the arithmetic operator, we have been using it for quite a long time. It is mainly used for arithmetic operations. For example, mathematical operations, like something like 1 plus 1 is a mathematical operation, is an arithmetic problem. So we are going to use the arithmetic problem to give solution to it. There are a list of arithmetic operators. We have the division, subtraction, multiplication, floor division, etc. But all of these things are under the arithmetic operators. So we're going to be taking a look into what each of them do and what they are used for. So let's talk about the arithmetic operator. So let me just change this value here. So num2 should be equals to 2. So now we are going to test every of the arithmetic operators. So the first in line is the addition. We already know what the addition would be. It will sum up the two numbers. So that is 14 because 12 plus 14, 12 plus 2 is equals to 14. So let's try the minor, the subtraction. We already know what the answer will be. The answer will be equals to 10. So we have minus 10. So because we are actually minusing 2 minus 12. So 2 minus 12 is minus 10. So I hope you are getting what is actually happening here. 2 minus 12 is minus 10. So we can try the multiplication. We already know what the multiplication will be. It will times both of them. So let's do the division. So we want to divide num1 by num2. So we have 6.0 because 12 divided by 2 is equals to 6. So now we notice something. We are having a 0.0 here, a decimal point. So the thing is that whenever we use this division sign in Python, we actually get a floating number, meaning that whatever the answer will be, we will actually have a dot to it whenever we use this assignment as this arithmetic operator. So now if you want your answer to be a whole number, then you need to use the floor division operator. The floor division operator, it's actually used to get the whole number, no more the floating point. It will give you a whole number. So we have 6 because 12 divided by 2 is equals to 6. You can see no decimal points here. This is how we get integer output. So let's talk about the exponential. So we do that by adding double multiplication. 12 exponent 2 is equals to 144. So these are just the function of arithmetic operator. There are other arithmetic operators out there, but the function still remain. So we are going to talk about the module operator. The module operator is an arithmetic operator, but it's actually used to get the remainder after a division is done. So let's run it. The answer should be 0 because of when 12 is divided by 2, we shouldn't have any remainder. As I say, the output is 0 because of 2 divided by 12. The remainder should be 0. So now this is what we call the module operator. It is used to get the remainder of a particular variable after an expression. So now let's go over to the other use case for the arithmetic operator. Like we also use it for what is called string incantation. Okay, let's take a look at that. So to perform a string incantation, we actually need to have a string. So let's print something here. Let's print my number so we use the plus symbol here. So let's save it and run it. So because this is an integer, so we cannot do string conversion with this thing. So let's convert this one to a string. Well, we don't need to actually do it here, we can do it here. Remember when I taught you how to convert in our last class, we learned how to convert from one data type to another. So when I say string conversion, I can actually add 2 strings. So we have my number is 12. So this is what we call string incantation, just adding 2 strings. So the arithmetic operator can also be used for string incantation and other things. So we can actually combine the arithmetic operator with the assignment operator. For example, I can do num2 plus equal to 1. Now what this line of code is going to do is that it's going to add 1 to the value of num2. So if I should print num2 now, it should be equals to 3. So we are having 3 here, so you can see. So we can combine 2 operators, the assignment operator and the arithmetic operator. So let's take a look at the next slide we have. So let's talk about the logic operator, the comparison operator. So now from the name we can deduce that the comparison operator is actually used to compare 2 values. It's actually used to compare values. So the comparison operator only gives a boolean value, meaning that the output after the operator is used, the comparison operator, can either be true or false. It's actually used to compare 2 things. For example, if we want to say is 1 greater than 2, so now the greater than is a comparison operator because it's checking if 1 is greater than 2. I don't know if anybody is getting. The comparison operator is just used to compare. Understand? To compare and give out an answer. That's what the comparison operator is used for. So we have the equals to, not equals to, greater than, less than, greater than or equals to, less than equals to. So these are all the comparison operator we have in Python. So let's see a practical representation of this code, the comparison operator. So now I can compare the value of this num1, this num2 to something. I can say I use the equal to, the comparison equal to, and say now it's going to give me a false if num2 is not equals to 1, and here num2 is equals to 2. So it's supposed to give me a false variable, like a false output. So we can see it is a false because of num1 is not actually equal to 0. So we are seeing use cases for the comparison operator. It's actually used to just compare two value or variables. So next up, let's talk about the logical operator. The logical operator and the bitwise. The bitwise operators are actually brothers. The logical and the bitwise are actually brothers. They perform almost the same tasks. They allow the user write logic. For example, if you want to write a logic with the and keyword, it's going to be this one or this one. I don't know whether I am getting something, but like the logical operator are just used for logical thinking. So now we have a list of the logical operator. We have the not, and no, and 0, sorry. So now let's talk about the bitwise. We're going to see a code of it. So one thing about the bitwise is that it's rarely used. Not everyone uses it. So now it's rarely used. So now we are going to these bitwise operators are mostly used for binary. These operators are not used, they are not necessarily used. It's a very hard situation where we actually use ourselves using the plus or the operator operation. So these are the 4, or rather the 5 major operators that we have. So let's take a practical look at the logical operator. So that the logical operator is actually used to set a logic. So now we want this thing to print true if num1 is equals to 2 and num2 is equals to 12. So we use the AND operator. The AND is a logic operator. So it's going to show that the two value must be equal to AND. So now we want to see the logic operator in action. So now let's write a logic to give us true, to throw back, to print true to the screen when num1 is equals to 2 and num2 is equal to 3. So Actually, to understand logic operator better, you actually need to understand logic gates. They are actually, logic operator is just like logic gate. So now we are going to use the AND logic operator. Now the AND logic operator check for if this and this, meaning both of them must be true, the value of both of them must be true for it to give a true value. I don't know whether I'm getting sense. Though as we progress better, you're going to understand it better, understand what the logic operator actually does. So the logic we want to write is, if num1 is equals to 2 and num2 is equal to 3. So now this should give us a false output. Why? Because of one of the condition is not met. Variable 2, number 2 is not equal to a number. Okay, rather we can see something here. Variable 2 is actually equals to 3 because we incremented it here. So let's kind of comment this line so that I won't have to deal with it again. So now let's save this and run it again. Let's see if it will still give us a true value. It should give us a false value. So we have false. We have the false because of num2 is not equals to 3. But let's use the OR operator here and see what the OR will do. The OR will just take 1 because the OR just need one of the two to actually be equals to true, to actually give back a true value. So when I save this, so this is practically how we use the logic operator. If you want to understand better what the logic operator is, we check out a tutorial on data types. So in Python there's an additional there are two additional operators, which is the in and the is. So now the is also called an identity operator. It is actually used to compare two objects, return true if both are same object. So the is actually an identity operator. It is used to find identity if this operator and this operator are actually equals to, while the in operator is used to find membership. Like for example, we have choir. So now the is just used to identify that you are actually in this class, while the in is actually a membership class. You already know that the class is supposed to start by 5. So this is practically all the operators we have in Python. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Please subscribe and turn on the notification.